3 years ago, I hit rock bottom. I had just $7.42 in my bank account, 2 maxed out credit cards, and a stack of unopened bills that I was too afraid to look at. I was 28, jobless, living in a tiny apartment I could barely afford, and constantly overwhelmed by anxiety. My friends were buying homes, traveling, or starting families. I couldn't even afford a decent meal. But the lowest point came when I had to decline a friend's birthday dinner because I simply didn't have the money. Didn't want to spend, literally didn't have it. That night, I sat on the edge of my bed, head in my hands, and decided something had to change. And that change started at 5 a.m. the next morning. The wake-up call. I'd read somewhere that successful people wake up early. At the time, it felt cliché and unrealistic, but I had nothing to lose. So, I set my alarm for 5 a.m. When it went off, every part of me wanted to hit snooze. But I got up. I sat in silence. And for the first time in years, I asked myself a powerful question. Greater than, what can I do today, with what I have, to change my life? That first morning, I wrote down 3 goals. 1. Track every penny I spent. 2. Learn something new about money every day. 3. Build 1 new habit each week. The first 30 days, I started small. I tracked my spending with a free app and quickly realized I was wasting $40 per month on subscriptions I didn't even use. I canceled them all. Then I picked up a free ebook from the library, The Richest Man in Babylon. It changed my mindset about saving, even if I could only set aside $1 a day. I also began selling unused stuff online. Old clothes, books, electronics. I made $212 that month. It wasn't much, but it felt like a fortune. 90 days in, the power of momentum. With those early wins, I started to believe in myself again. Each morning at 5 a.m. became sacred. I would journal, read a chapter of a finance book, and review my spending. I started freelancing online, writing, doing odd jobs, editing resumes. The income trickled in, then steadily grew. By the end of month 3, I'd made over $1,000 from side hustles. More importantly, I hadn't added a single dollar to my credit card debt. 1 year later, the financial breakthrough. 1 year into my journey, I had paid off both credit cards, built a $5,000 emergency fund, grown my freelancing side hustle into a full-time gig, moved to a cheaper apartment to save more aggressively. I still woke up at 5 a.m. Not because I had to, but because I wanted to. That hour had become my most productive, focused time of day. What changed everything wasn't luck or a big break. It was consistent, boring discipline. That, and the belief that my future was worth fighting for. 3 years later, where I am now. Today, my net worth is over $120,000. I have investments in index funds, a Roth IRA, and even a small rental property. I work remotely on my own schedule and have the freedom to travel, spend time with family, and live on my own terms. But more than the money, I've built confidence. I'm no longer afraid of checking my bank account. I control my money, it doesn't control me. The takeaway: 1 hour can change your life. If you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or hopeless, know this. Greater than you don't need a 6-figure salary to change your financial future. You just need 1 hour a day and the willingness to start where you are. Wake up a little earlier. Learn a little more. Do one small thing every day that brings you closer to freedom. $7.42 was all I had, but that 5 a.m. habit turned it into everything I needed. Call to action for YouTube or social speech balloon. Drop a comment. What's one habit you can start tomorrow at 5 a.m.? Bell subscribe for weekly motivation and practical money tips.